Peace fam, this is Brother Harold from HawkTheHerald.com, back with another reaction video. Once again, remember to please like, subscribe, and also share. I'm going to get right into it, but first I want to give a little disclaimer. I did a reaction to this once before, but this particular one has something at the end of it that I want you to check out. So I'm going to play the beginning of it, but then I'm going to skip through most of it. So let's get right into it.
Across a story about New Era Detroit shutting down a non-black gas station because of community outrage following not one, but two fatal incidents involving our black family. Now, the most recent occurred in 2024, where a clerk accused the black man of shoplifting. And as the man fled, the clerk allegedly fired shots, and in an attempt to escape, he ended up running into the freeway, resulting in his death. And then there was another event that took place in 2023. Two events, 2 different years. Take a look.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip through a little bit. All right.
That can be paid for. Nobody. Now, let me say this before I say anything else. Stealing is not right. It's not right. But no one deserves to lose their life over any amount of merchandise that can be paid for. Nobody. Now, with that out the way, one time for New Era Detroit, because 2 incidences within a few years is too much. Really, 1 incident is too much, especially when you're a guest in our community. Now, as proud as I am for our family helping getting this business shut down, and how I strongly believe this is how we should respond to any non-black business operating in our community that violates us, we can attempt to avoid this altogether by focusing on ourselves and spending our dollars with our own. Now, there was a time before integration that we had our own together in one area. We circulated our dollars, educated our own, lived amongst each other, and made it work together despite them folks doing things to program us to be against each other. They thought they were doing something by separating themselves from us, but when left alone, freedmen thrive. They saw all that money circulating and decided to integrate for the dollars, not for acceptance. We integrated with them. They never gave up their businesses for us. That's why the hatred is still there, and we're still subject to brutality, losing our generational wealth, putting money in the pockets of others who don't respect us. We allowed all these other groups in our community because we're accepting people at heart, but many would never allow us to do the same. Many even have a code of conduct against shopping with other people who are not their own. Now, it's not about having ill will towards anybody else. It's about looking out for your own group's self-interest first. And again, others do it all the time. It's only when we do it that it becomes a problem. And the reason is other groups live off 2 incomes, ours and theirs. We're living off 1. Ours. They're well aware of what happens when freedmen focus on ourselves, even when they cheat or sabotage us. And that's why our black communities and business districts that you probably may or may not have heard of sit under highways, lakes, or were built over. This is what happens when we focus on ourselves. This is how and why FBA freedmen were labeled as lazy. Here are 4 black towns that you probably will not learn about or see in many history books. Weeksville, New York. Weeksville was founded in 1838 by freedman John Weeks from Virginia after he bought a plot of land from another free black man by the name of Henry Thompson. Now, the area would become the 2nd largest community for free blacks in the pre-Civil War era, boasting black schools, churches, a home for the black elderly, and multiple black businesses were set up here. The town also had its first newspaper, which was one of the first around the country. It would also become a safe haven for blacks fleeing slavery from all over the U.S. Now, by the early 1900s, even after slavery, Weeksville was home to more than 500 families made up of doctors, preachers, and other professionals, all from over the East Coast. While Weeksville is no more, the area is hidden in plain sight under parts of Brooklyn, New York. Blackdom, New Mexico. This was the first all-black settlement in New Mexico and was home to over 300 black families. Altogether, these families owned about 15,000 acres of land, and the town included a blacksmith shop, post office, churches, schools, and even more businesses. Now, cotton, onion, sugar, and cantaloupe were just a few of the crops grown on the land to keep the town self-sufficient. Unfortunately, the town is no more and is owned by the state. Allentown, California. Now, Allentown was founded by Colonel Allen Allensworth, specifically so that black Americans could run their own businesses and government. Now, agriculture dominated the economy, but Allentown had its own school and many black businesses like post office, restaurants, and even the Allensworth Hotel for out-of-town visitors and more. Now, the town did pretty well on its own until whites were rumored to damage the water supply and ran a railroad through it. The town currently is still there, but the wealth has been destroyed. Deerfield, Colorado. Now, Deerfield was founded by Mr. Oliver Jackson with the goal of creating a self-sufficient settlement for black Americans. The town contained multiple black gas stations, dance halls, churches, schools, and more. Now, by 1921, its land was valued at over $750,000. They had over $200,000 worth of livestock, and its annual farm production was about $125,000 at that time. Black freedmen, please do not let anybody tell you that we are lazy. There's nothing that we have not done, and that includes building our own black towns at a time when others did not accept or want to be around us. For more unsung history like this, visit our website, www.morethreads.co, where More Threads is bringing even more awareness to black history left out of history books with our history-inspired products. Products like our 52-deck Black Freedmen's flashcards highlight unsung black heroes, communities, and pivotal moments and inventions that have shaped America, and they're perfect for learning at home or the classroom. That's www.morethreads.co, and be sure to follow us on our social media at
Yeah, definitely support them as well as Emancipation Media and my page as well. If you find that informative, leave a comment, and also remember to please like, subscribe, and also share. And thank you. Peace.